Hello, everybody. I just wanted to say and come on here and say thank you all so much for the last support in the video. It's kind of insane how much that blew up for me. Wasn't expecting that at all on this channel, but I want to come on here and talk about why I've been job hopping so much, you know? So all my 20s, I've been job hopping for the past like 10 years, and I gotta say, it's been a learning experience, that's for sure. The only reason why I was job hopping so much is because there's so many jobs nowadays that just simply don't pay enough, and it's honestly a big pain in the ass in order for us to survive and find a good job that actually helps us, sustain a good career and stuff like that. Well, obviously for me, I wanted to grow my YouTube and stuff because was taking this stuff seriously, but I was also moved out, so I was looking for a good way to do that that's flexible but also pays well enough. And it took me almost 10 years to kind of figure that shit out. And I finally figured that out, but man, it was a long fucking wait, lots of trial and error, that's for sure. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that you should job hop as long as you have a plan of what you're doing, because there's a lot of people who job hop and who don't have any type of ideas or shit like that. I have no idea what they're doing, you know? And I can understand that to an extent, but sometimes you got to come up with some type of solution or something while you're doing it, or else you're just going to not have fun and just be realizing that, oh, I'm just kind of stuck in a loop, you know? And I kind of realized that for a while in some ways, but, the whole time I had a plan and I stuck with it. It was not easy, though. The good thing is I don't have like every single little thing together perfectly, but I have it together enough where I could still pay my bills, save money, and also be able to do the things I want to pursue with flexibility. And that's really important to everybody, is that being flexible while doing all this shit is very difficult. It's not an easy thing to achieve and find, but once you kind of have that opportunity, man, you should definitely never let that go, because once you let that shit go, man, life gets a lot bit tougher again. I will say this, the last couple jobs I did do that lasted me a while were not too bad. Like, I worked at a Hy-Vee grocery store for over a year. It was okay, but the pay was pretty terrible. It was about $9.50 an hour, and I left there making like $10.75 during like the end of COVID and shit, which is kind of wild to think about, because like it ain't much at all, and especially the people who've been there for a long time. And another job I did was also work at Walmart, which was my second longest stay, which is over a year. And that wasn't too bad in terms of the work, but the fucking people there, dude, were absolutely like insane, like it was not worth it. So I ended up leaving because the drama, and the pay wasn't that great either. And, we were doing a lot of crazy labor for very little pay, especially unloading trucks for like $11 an hour. Like, no, thank you. Third longest job that I lasted was at Amazon. And I gotta say, dude, I actually lasted there full time for over a year and a half. And it wasn't bad at all, like it was actually okay. I definitely, I definitely was not like, living the greatest sometimes, but the money wasn't too bad at the time, like it got me to where I realized where I found a decent job that paid okay. But the problem was, there was a lot of bullshit as well. And that's the problem, is there's a lot of jobs that aren't like so laid back that are bullshit, but they pay good. And that's what sucks, is there's a lot of jobs that are petty like that. But it took me about, over a couple months of figuring that shit out, of why like I left there, and I decided to pursue the security guard gig I'm doing, working events. And it seems like it fits like a proper glove, because the good thing was, on the other Mark's Games channel, I had that channel going for me for a while, so I was able to finally find something part-time and then stick to making videos on that, and then be able to fucking be able to do the security gig and save my body. That was the cool part, and I got to see a bunch of cool things. I met a couple celebrities already a little bit, and just one, mainly Jackson Mahomes. He technically does not count as a celebrity, but it's whatever. He lives in Kansas City, and that's where I'm from, is the Kansas City area. But yeah, working at that Power and Light District, just kind of patrolling everything, is pretty sweet, until something goes wrong and someone's like drunk. But yeah, I think I'm finally done job hopping for a long time, because it did teach me a lot of skills. Like, I know how to do food service work. I know how to do like dishwashing, stuff like that. Because there's other temp agency stuff I've done. Bus serve was pretty cool. Being a server for a while at a Top Golf was fun. That was actually an actual job I did for a couple months. Pays fucking pennies, but it definitely was pretty cool though, to get the experience. And now I finally figured out, like, the thing I wanted to do. But the thing is, guys, when you're job hopping, some people think it's a bad thing, but nah. So honestly, in our society as an adult, for me, I didn't have like the opportunity just to stay at home all the time in the state I wanted to be in and, be able to do the things I want, because unfortunately my parents are definitely not very proactive like I am. So they would downplay all the shit all the time. And sometimes you just got to figure this shit out on your own. And it takes time. It took me about what, 10, like 5, 6 years after I moved out to figure this shit out. But I was doing the job hopping stuff for about 10 years almost altogether. But it took me until about 2022 is when it all really truly started, to where I was lasting one job and then another job and then boom, just to fucking figure shit out. Man, the things we do for our dreams though is honestly crazy. And some people will talk shit on you and say like, oh, this isn't worth it. Do this, join the military, do that. I had a couple of those in my last video and I understand, but man, just listen to your gut, dude. Don't always listen to other people trying to tell you how to dictate your life, especially if they don't really know you. So do what you need to do. Do it realistically. Be realistic about it. The dream I want to do is pretty realistic. It's not like I'm trying to be a fucking, celebrity or something like that in Hollywood. Even though Hollywood's fucked up and weird, I would never do that anyways. But anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. Appreciate the support on the last video once again. And I'll see you guys later. And I have another video I want to talk about soon. So I'll see y'all in a little bit, and peace out.